You swing your legs out of bed, just like you've done for decades. But this morning, something's different. Your knees ache. Your legs feel heavy, like they belong to someone else. And the stairs? They seem taller than they did yesterday. You pause, gripping the railing, just to feel steady. You eat well. You walk. You take your vitamins. So why does every step feel harder? What if the very foods you thought were helping you were quietly wearing you down? In this video, I'll show you 9 powerful foods, simple, everyday foods, that science now shows can restore your muscle strength, improve your balance, and help you stay independent well into your golden years. Not medications, not magic, just real food and real results. So stay with me, because by the end, you'll know exactly what to put on your plate to walk stronger, stand taller, and live with confidence again. 1. The silent thief. Why are your muscles fading without warning? You sit down on the edge of your bed, and for a moment, you hesitate. Not because you're tired, but because standing back up feels harder than it used to. You reach for the kitchen cabinet, but your arms feel shaky. You climb the stairs, but halfway up, your legs begin to tremble. You wonder quietly, is this just aging? Or is something wrong with me? Here's the truth, and it might surprise you. This isn't just getting older. It's a real condition, a silent condition called sarcopenia, and it's affecting millions of people just like you. It doesn't come with pain. It doesn't show up in a blood test. It works in the background, slowly stealing your strength, your balance, and your independence. After the age of 50, your body naturally begins to lose muscle mass. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your body's ability to repair and rebuild muscle is slowing down. And unless you actively fight back, you could lose up to 1% of your muscle every year. A study from Harvard Medical School found that by age 60, up to 33% of muscle mass can vanish, even if you feel healthy and eat well. It's not dramatic, it's not overnight, but it's relentless. You may not feel it at first, but one day, a short walk makes you winded. Then you trip on the steps. Then you find yourself holding onto furniture just to feel balanced. But here's the good news. You're not helpless. And this decline is not inevitable. The first step, recognize it. Call it what it is. And begin making small, daily choices that rebuild, not just maintain, your strength. In the next part, I'll show you one of the most overlooked foods that can fuel your muscles, stabilize your energy, and keep you active throughout the day. It's probably already in your pantry. Let's take a look. 2. Brown rice. The underrated grain that fuels your muscles. It's lunchtime. You've made a good choice. Grilled chicken, steamed veggies, and a side of white rice. You push away the soda, take a sip of water, and think, I'm eating healthy. But just an hour later, you feel tired. Your legs are heavy. And that afternoon walk you promised yourself, you skip it. Again. What's going on? Here's the secret almost no one tells you. White rice may fill you up, but it doesn't fuel your muscles. It's been stripped of its fiber, its nutrients, its natural strength. It gives your body a quick spike in energy, then crashes you down, leaving you weak and sluggish. Now here's the better option, one that's been overlooked for too long. Brown rice. Unlike white rice, brown rice keeps the bran and germ, where all the fiber, B vitamins, and minerals live. That means it delivers slow, steady energy instead of a quick burst and crash. And for older adults, that makes all the difference. When your energy levels stay balanced throughout the day, you're more likely to stay active, move more, and avoid that midday slump that leaves muscles unused and weakening. It also contains magnesium, which helps your muscles contract and relax properly, and fiber, which improves digestion and helps you absorb other nutrients better. In one study, seniors who consistently consumed complex carbs like brown rice showed higher muscle endurance and lower fatigue levels compared to those who relied on refined grains. So here's a small, powerful action step. Start swapping white rice with brown rice just 2 to 3 times per week. Make stir-fries, grain bowls, or even a hearty soup base. Give your muscles the fuel they actually need. Because the food you choose isn't just about fullness, it's about function. And speaking of function, in the next part, we'll meet a seed that's not only protein-rich, but also contains all the building blocks your muscles need to repair and grow. Stay with me. 3. Quinoa, the complete protein your body craves after 60. You've heard it 100 times. Eat more protein. So you try. Eggs for breakfast, maybe chicken for dinner. But somehow, you still feel weak. Your arms tire quickly. Your legs lack power. You think, am I not getting enough? Or is my body just not responding anymore? Here's the deeper truth. As we age, our body's ability to absorb and use protein begins to decline. That means even if you're eating what used to be enough, your muscles may still be starving for support. And this is where quinoa enters the picture, quietly, powerfully. Unlike most plant-based foods, quinoa is a complete protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids, the exact ones your muscles need to rebuild, repair, and stay strong. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition in Gerontology and Geriatrics found that older adults who incorporated complete plant-based proteins like quinoa experienced significantly better muscle maintenance, even without heavy exercise. Quinoa is also easy to digest and rich in magnesium, iron, and B vitamins, which help oxygenate your muscles and convert food into energy. And its fiber helps stabilize your blood sugar, keeping your strength steady throughout the day. So what can you do? Try adding 1/2 to 1 cup of cooked quinoa to your meals 2 to 3 times per week. Use it in salads, soups, or as a base for veggie bowls. It cooks fast, about 15 minutes, and tastes even better when seasoned with herbs or low-sodium broth. Quinoa doesn't just fill you, it fortifies you. And now that we've talked about building muscle, let's talk about protecting it, because the next food is nature's anti-inflammatory shield, and it just might be sitting in your pantry right now. 4. Walnuts, your natural shield against inflammation. It starts off small. You go to open a jar, and your wrist feels stiff. You take a walk, and your knees complain before your feet do. You wake up and feel like you've aged a decade overnight. You wonder, why am I feeling more pain, more stiffness, when I haven't even done anything wrong? The culprit may not be something you've done. It may be something happening inside your body every single day. Chronic inflammation. As we age, low-grade inflammation becomes more common, quiet, persistent, and damaging. And it's one of the leading causes of muscle breakdown and joint pain in older adults. Now here's the good news. Your diet has the power to fight it. And walnuts, yes, simple walnuts, are one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods nature offers. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially ALA, a type of plant-based omega-3 that helps reduce inflammation markers in the blood. They also contain polyphenols and vitamin E, both of which protect muscle tissue from oxidative damage. One clinical trial, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, showed that older adults who ate a handful of walnuts daily for 6 months had reduced levels of C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation, and reported less muscle fatigue and joint discomfort. The bonus? Walnuts also provide 4 g of plant-based protein per ounce plus fiber to support digestion and blood sugar balance, 2 things that also influence muscle health. Simple action. Add 1 small handful, about 7 to 10 walnut halves, to your daily routine. Sprinkle them on oatmeal, toss into a salad, or enjoy as a snack with a piece of fruit. No fancy prep, just real fuel for real strength. Because to keep your muscles strong, you first have to protect them. And speaking of protection, let's move from crunch to color, because our next superfood might be hiding in your freezer right now, ready to restore your muscle health in a surprising way. 5. Blueberries. The tiny berry that helps your muscles heal. You finally went for that morning walk. Not far, just around the block. But by evening, your legs feel sore, stiff, and tired. You sit on the edge of your bed and think, why does it take so long to bounce back now? Here's something few people realize. As we age, our recovery slows down. Not just because we're older, but because our body's ability to fight damage and rebuild tissue gets weaker. And much of that delay is caused by a hidden enemy: oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is like rust inside your muscles. It builds up when your body produces more harmful molecules, called free radicals, than it can neutralize. The result? Slower healing, more soreness, and weaker muscles over time. But nature gives us a powerful antidote, and it comes in the form of a small, sweet, deep blue fruit: blueberries. Blueberries are packed with anthocyanins, a group of antioxidants that give them their vibrant color and their incredible ability to reduce inflammation and repair muscle damage. In a study from Tufts University, seniors who consumed a cup of blueberries daily experienced faster recovery times, less muscle soreness, and improved balance compared to those who didn't. They didn't change their workouts, they just added blueberries. These little berries also contain vitamin C, essential for collagen production, which helps keep your muscles, tendons, and joints strong and flexible. And with their natural fiber and potassium, they help regulate blood sugar and fluid balance, 2 key factors in muscle performance. Action step: add 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries to your day. Toss them in oatmeal, blend into a smoothie, or enjoy as a snack. No peeling, no cooking. Just rinse and eat. 1 cup a day may be all it takes to turn your recovery around and give your muscles the helping hand they've been missing. Now, while blueberries heal, our next food builds, and it's probably one of the tiniest yet most powerful seeds sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. 6. Flax seeds, the smallest food with the mightiest impact. You're eating better. More vegetables, less sugar. But somehow, you still feel a little bloated after meals. Your joints ache in the morning, and your muscles, they're still not bouncing back like they used to. It's frustrating, isn't it? You're doing the right things, but your body still feels sluggish. One possible reason lies deep inside: your gut. When digestion is slow, when inflammation lingers, your body can't absorb the nutrients it needs to repair and protect your muscles. And if inflammation builds up quietly, day after day, it can make your joints stiff, your energy low, and your muscles weaker. Here's the good news. There's a tiny food that targets all 3 problems at once: digestion, inflammation, and muscle nourishment. It's small enough to sprinkle, but mighty enough to matter. It's called Flax Seeds. Flax seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly ALA, which helps calm inflammation in the joints and muscles. They also contain lignans, plant compounds that fight oxidative stress, protecting muscle cells from damage as we age. And let's not forget the fiber. Flax seeds offer both soluble and insoluble fiber, which supports gut health and improves the body's ability to absorb protein and minerals that feed your muscles. In one clinical study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who added flax to their daily diet showed improved digestion, reduced inflammatory markers, and higher protein absorption, even without changing other parts of their meals. Here's a simple step. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds to your breakfast. Blend them into a smoothie, stir into oatmeal, or mix with yogurt. Just remember, whole flax seeds pass through undigested. Grind them first or buy them pre-ground. It's a tiny change, but over time, it can make a powerful difference because sometimes the smallest things unlock the biggest results. And speaking of powerful, the next food may be the most overlooked muscle-saving snack of all, especially while you sleep. 7. Cottage cheese, the nighttime protein your muscles crave. It's 2 a.m. You wake up, roll over slowly, and feel it. That dull ache in your hips. Your back feels tight. Your legs restless. You try to get comfortable, but it's like your body just doesn't recover the way it used to. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many older adults feel their muscles weaken the most overnight, even though they're not doing anything at all. Why? Because while you sleep, your body enters a fasting state. And during those long hours without food, your muscles can start to break down for energy, especially if you haven't fueled them properly before bed. But here's a simple, science-backed solution. Cottage cheese. This creamy, humble food is rich in casein protein, a type of protein that digests slowly over several hours, delivering a steady stream of amino acids to your muscles throughout the night. Unlike whey protein, which is fast and short-lived, casein sticks around, nourishing your muscles while you sleep, helping you preserve strength and even build it back up. In fact, researchers at Maastricht University found that older adults who consumed casein-rich cottage cheese before bed experienced greater muscle protein synthesis overnight, especially when combined with light evening activity or stretching. It's also packed with calcium to support strong muscle contractions and bones, and vitamin B12 to keep your nerves and muscles communicating properly. Action step. Try eating 1/2 to 1 cup of low-fat or full-fat cottage cheese about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. You can top it with a few berries, a drizzle of honey, or a sprinkle of walnuts for added flavor and nutrients. It's easy, it's satisfying, and it may be the difference between waking up sore and waking up strong. And if you're not a fan of cheese, don't worry. Up next, we'll look at a smooth, cool alternative with the same benefits, plus a few gut-friendly extras your whole body will thank you for. 8. Greek yogurt, the muscle-building powerhouse. You're standing at the fridge looking for a light evening snack. Something not too heavy, but still satisfying. You reach for the crackers, maybe a slice of toast. But what if that small choice could do so much more for your muscles? As we age, our body becomes less efficient at using protein to maintain and repair muscle. That means, even if we're eating enough, our muscles may not be getting what they need when they need it. And one of the most effective times to support muscle strength? Right before bed. Enter Greek yogurt. Creamy, rich, and packed with high-quality protein, Greek yogurt is one of the best nighttime muscle foods out there. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt goes through a special straining process that removes excess whey and water, leaving behind a concentrated source of protein, often up to 20 grams per serving. But it's not just the amount of protein, it's the kind. Greek yogurt contains casein, the same slow-digesting protein found in cottage cheese, which feeds your muscles steadily throughout the night. Even better, it also delivers probiotics, which support gut health, a major factor in nutrient absorption and reduced inflammation. One study in the British Journal of Nutrition showed that older adults who ate high-protein, probiotic-rich foods like Greek yogurt at night experienced greater muscle retention, better digestion, and improved recovery from light activity. It's also a great source of calcium, vitamin D, and potassium, all of which support strong bones, steady nerve function, and better hydration for your muscles. Easy action. Choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt to avoid added sugars. Top it with blueberries, flax seeds, or a few walnuts for a nourishing, muscle-building evening treat. Aim for 3 to 4 servings per week, especially in the evenings. You don't have to change your whole diet, just make smarter swaps that support your strength night after night. And next, we'll leave the dairy aisle behind and head to the sea, where one simple type of fish holds the key to fighting inflammation, rebuilding strength, and aging with power. 9. Fatty fish. The omega-3 secret that renews your muscle strength. You bend down to tie your shoes, but your knees feel stiff. Later, you climb the stairs, and your legs burn faster than they used to. You chalk it up to aging. But deep down you wonder, why does my body feel older than my spirit? Here's something few people realize. One of the biggest enemies of muscle strength isn't just aging. It's inflammation. And if left unchecked, it can quietly eat away at your muscles, joints, and energy day after day. But there's a powerful, natural way to fight back. And it comes from the ocean. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which have been shown to reduce inflammation, improve muscle sensitivity to protein, and support cellular repair. Think of omega-3s as oil for your engine, keeping everything moving smoothly, efficiently, and with less wear and tear. In one long-term study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors who ate fatty fish at least twice a week experienced less muscle loss, stronger mobility, and better balance over a 3-year period compared to those who didn't. Fatty fish also provide high-quality, complete protein for muscle repair, vitamin D for strong bones and muscle coordination, creatine and B vitamins to boost muscle energy and function. Step. Try eating 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week. Grill a salmon fillet. Enjoy canned sardines with whole grain crackers, or add tuna to a salad. Stick to grilled, roasted, or steamed preparations to preserve the nutrients, and skip the fried stuff. With just a few servings a week, you'll be feeding your muscles, calming inflammation, and rebuilding strength from the inside out. And now that you know what to eat to rebuild muscle, let's talk about the one macronutrient most older adults still aren't getting enough of, even though it could be the most important weapon against muscle loss. You don't notice the moment it starts. Maybe it's when you hesitate before getting out of a chair. Maybe it's when you choose the elevator instead of the stairs. Or maybe it's when you realize quietly, painfully, that your body doesn't feel like home anymore. And it scares you. Because strength isn't just about muscles. It's about freedom. It's about confidence. It's about knowing that you can still walk into a room upright and live life on your own terms. Here's what I want you to remember. This is not the end of your strength story. Muscle loss is not a life sentence. It's a signal, a reminder, that now is the time to act. Not with fear, but with knowledge and intention. We've walked through 9 powerful foods, not exotic or expensive, but real, accessible, and proven. They rebuild muscle. They calm inflammation. They restore energy, function, and dignity. And the best part? You can start today. Not next year, not next month. Today. Start by choosing just one food we've covered. Add it to your breakfast. Sprinkle it into your lunch. Make it part of your routine. Then, build from there. One choice at a time, one bite at a time, one step at a time. Because the power to protect your strength doesn't lie in a prescription bottle. It's in your kitchen. It's in your habits. And most importantly, it's in you. You are not too old. It is not too late. And your muscles? They're listening. They're waiting. So, what will you feed them next? If this video helped you, please subscribe, give it a like, and share it with someone you love. And don't miss our next video. It might just change the way you start your day. Until then, stay strong, stay curious, and stay hopeful. Because your best years, they're not behind you, they're still ahead.